Okay, now we will study the continuous statement with while loop. Okay, continuous statement with the while loop. So continuous statement with while loop, what happened? Continue statement with while loop. Before previous class we studied try to understand break statement with while loop. Break statement will be used the flow of execution. We can stop, we can break, and next iterations will not be executed. Suppose if Vasu is 5, so whenever I is equal 10 means I have changed I as Vasu, so 10, so printout will be started from 10 to what last iteration. Okay, so that moment if Vasu is 5, after 5 it will be after printing of 5 it will be broken, means loop will be terminated. Okay, now see, if I run this, what happened here? 10 up to 5, because we have written if Vasu is equal 5 break. So after printing of 5, then break will be taken, means loop will be terminated. Understood that? So this is break statement. Now continuous statement with while loop. What happened here? We can stop the current iteration and continue with the next iteration. Continue with the next iteration. Okay, you can continue with the next iteration. So now what happened? Try to understand. So this is the code I have written. That moment, the same thing what I am doing here. So this is the code I have written here. So now here in place of break, simply use continue. So now what happened? Right, if Vasu is 5, continue. Okay, so then what happened? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. The 5 will be exempted. 5 will not be printed. With the current iteration 5, that will be stopped. Continue statement with while loop, we can stop current iteration and continue with the next iteration. So whenever Vasu is equal 5, so iteration is loop is at what? Where? At 5. So that will not be executed, and the loop will be continue with the next iteration. So what understood? Okay, so what happened? Try to understand here. Whenever Vasu is equal to, means I is equal to 10, I have changed I as Vasu. I told you that the variable can change any name. So whenever I is equal to 10, so 10 will be printed. So 10 is greater than 0, so the 10 will be printed. Initially 10 will be taken. Next what happened? Every time decrementation. So whenever it is decremented, 10 to minus 1, 9, so 9 is less than 0, greater than 0, so 9 will be printed. So decremented to 1, so 8 is greater than 0. Like that, whenever this is 5, Vasu is 5, that moment that iteration will not be executed, so you will not get the print of 5, but continue with the next iteration. So next iteration 4, 3, 2, 1, so this 5 will not be in printout, and continue with 4, 3, 2, 1. So now run this code. Why? Because see what happened here, loop is continuously, we will do little bit changement. This you cut this one, you cut this one, you kept here, you paste here. So what happened, whenever initially 10 is greater than 0, decremented 9, and you cut this one. Now then after you print here, paste. So now what happened, try to understand. This is what, okay, now what happened, I is equal to, I means Vasu 10 greater than 0, decremented, because we are getting descending order. So 9, it becomes what, 9. So then if Vasu equal to 5, continue, print Vasu. So initially 10 is greater than 0, decremented, now it becomes 9. If Vasu condition 9 is equal to 5, so no, so 9 is equal to 5. Okay, so whenever 9 is equal to 5, so then continue. So whenever 5 is equal to 5, so 9 is equal to 9 not equal to 5, so continue with the next iteration. Okay, print that number is what, 10. Okay, now Vasu equal to 9 is greater than 0, so decremented to 1 means 8. If Vasu 8 is equal to 5, 8 is not equal to 5, so condition, okay, then continue. So print 8. Okay, print what, print 9. So then here Vasu is what, decremented 8, so 8 greater than 0, so decremented to 7. So now 8 is equal to 5, 8 is not equal to 7, continue, 8 will be printed. Now Vasu is 7 is greater than 0, okay, decremented to 1, 6. So 7 is not equal to 5. If whenever equal to 5, that current iteration will be exempted. So you will get the result like this without 5. So now whenever you run this code, you will get the printout like this, but 5 is not present here because your condition 9, 8, 7, 6, next 5. So you have written the condition continue if Vasu is equal to 5, that will be skipped and continue with the next iteration. Next iteration is what, 4. Okay, understood that? That is called continue. So why we are not getting 10? So loop to be started with 10, na? Initially 10 to be printed, but here 10 is greater than 0, so decremented to -1, so 9. Okay, that 9 will be printed because initially it was 10 greater than 0, but 10 minus 1, so 9, and 9 is not equal to 5, continue with print 9. So that will be 10 will not be printed, 9. Okay, but without 5, you will get the without 5. Why? Because whenever I equal to 5, variable Vasu equal to 5, so that is exempted. Okay, and continue with the next iteration up to last one, that is the result. So like this, okay, up to 0. So this is called continue statement. Continue, while loop is continue.